Hey youth, I hope you're doing all right. I just wanted to share a quick thought for today. So today is Palm Sunday, which means 1 week till Easter, good times. But there can be a tendency to skip over Palm Sunday as we get ready for the Easter weekend. So I just want to think about what Palm Sunday is all about. I'm sure you guys know it very well. It's the occasion when Jesus rides into Jerusalem, which was the capital for the Passover Festival, and he rides in on the back of a donkey. So what's all that about? Let's think. Let's rewind. The Passover Festival, which Jesus was going to, was a festival that happened each year where the Jewish people celebrated and were reminded of the way that God had freed them from Egyptian slavery back in the day. And it was also a time when they looked forward to God freeing them again. And that was because at the moment in Jesus' time, they were under Roman rule. Okay, and so the Romans, at the start of the Passover Festival, would ride in through one side of the city as a real show of strength and power. You can imagine the war horses and all the soldiers with their armour and their swords and the weaponry. And it would have been like a visual way of saying, we're in charge here. We're going to let you have your festival, which is about freedom and liberation. But don't you forget who's in charge here. This is our kingdom. We're in charge. And then on the other side of the city, you've got Jesus coming in on the back of a donkey. And Matthew even tells us in his gospel that Jesus is on a female donkey that has a colt with it. So it's like the ultimate sign or show of weakness and vulnerability. So what's going on there? Well, I think Jesus has done this deliberately and intentionally. If you read back in the Gospels, Jesus tells some of the disciples to go ahead and find the colt which he's prepared. So Jesus has planned this out. And I think Jesus is issuing a challenge. And I think this is part of the challenge. Which kingdom are you following in the way that you're living? Are you following the kingdom of Rome or the kingdoms of Rome that are about power and exploitation and that are oppressive and that are about strength? Or are you following the kingdom of God, which is about justice and compassion and forgiveness and putting the other first? Now you may be thinking, I don't know, how does that apply to me? Within the coronavirus, it means thinking about how am I treating the people around me? Am I bulk buying and panic buying so that I'm all right? Or am I looking out for my neighbour? Am I trying to put the other first? Am I trying to put their needs before my own? That's the kingdom of God. Servant-heartedness. There's a challenge there. Have a lovely week. I hope you're all keeping well. If you want to get in touch, please do. If you want to join the Youth Bible Study online thing, as I said before, it's very relaxed, it's very chilled. Please drop me an email. We'd love to see you just to have a chat and touch base. Boom.